It was Jax Plank. He played Jax and, guess it, Gangplank. So this is one of his most comfort champions. Really like it for him. Quite a volatile matchup. You really want to make sure you can kind of get that counter-strike off. Like when Mbessa uses all her dashes, that's when you want to go in, because otherwise you can easily space that counter-strike.
Up into this, doesn't really know where Razork is right now, so as Heretics using their advantage in the bottom lane, will be able to take the first Drake of the game. Sten looking for Losper here. I think it might be a Drake plus an extra Scuttle Crab, giving him that advantage. We'd have to have a look back at it.
Very likely.
But it would make a lot of sense. Razork snuck around towards the top side, dodges the public execution. Good flash from Emperos as well. Razork will claim the kill, but that was all Emperos.
Beautifully played there by the Fnatic. Running out of time.
Seren doesn't have TP. Ice is going to get caught out, has to flash away from the Emperor's Divide. Because of that, Seren can stay around in the mid lane, get the push out here once again.
But you see, all the tension just dissipates the moment that Azir ult is down, because suddenly there's no risk of a Shurima shuffle, and here they're trying to enter.
They jump in with a shockwave follow-up. Razork trying to dive onto towards the backline. Bloody going in as well. Seren so low on mana is going to fall. Sheo gets one with a cleaver in response. 1-for-1 so far. TP coming out as the Jax is going to join the play. Emperos will be here in time, and Sten realizes he cannot get out. Fnatic will claim another 3 kills so far this game.
I mean, really nice. Fnatic still knew that they are stronger
to get one, but after that, you kind of need to get out, and you don't have those tools left in your arsenal. Public execution coming out as they look for Empos, who doesn't have the flash on the top side here.
To scrap his way out here. It's a tougher one.
Counter-strike coming out. He's trading back onto Tracing, who tries to dodge away. Emperos almost had him, but can't quite get in range, and Sheo will smack him across the head with a briefcase. In the end, make this cross-map play, evens out the Dragon score. It was only a grubber piece. The risk is Tracing could TP in here, has got the Eclipse now finished. Teleporting on towards the backline, Valkyrie away from upset. Losper trying to dredge line his way away as well. The curtain call did land the slows, and now Losper knocked back. And Tracing will claim the
CS, 2 kills and 1 assist, doing really well on this Mundo. He will be very immovable. And I struggle to see, unless Vladdy gets really strong, it will be really difficult. Dusk and Dawn interaction.
No, there's going to be Rift Out fight. Razork going in, looking for Sheo, who is just going to chase him down. Sten coming in from the side as well. There's the Magnus Storm. Crescent Guard out by Razork, has to flash away from Ice, who had that deadly flourish. Vladdy's going to try and jump on towards the Mundo, but Razork's already down. The shockwave combo on him. Vladdy's sliding in. The counter-strike out from Emperor.
Whoever he wants. You see, Razork has to flash out early, but he doesn't care. He goes where he pleases, and he pleases to be on Razork.
And he does, that he does. Sten hitting 500 assists hit in the LEC with
your tail behind your back.
It's one of the between your legs. Yeah. Your tail is kind of always behind your back. It's anatomically where a tail would be. But yeah, between your legs.
Up for debate.
Okay, sure. I'm not a vet, man. I don't know. Riftel charging in to the mid lane tower. We'll get the first turret of the game over to Heretics.
Now 1.2k gold up on the Mundo, so ahead of Razork. Now with a dead man's plate, Swifty's shoes, he will definitely walk up and take a lot of space.
It's going to be really hard for them. On the top side, Fnatic are investing 4 players up here with Emperos moving, knowing that the bot lane push is coming out slowly from Tracing, means that he could just walk up here, then reset. Shadow Strike just short from Sten for that consistent DPS across the course of a fight, like the Azir would go for with the Nash's Tooth and the Rylai's Crystal Scepter.
I think Limebridge Razork already taking big chunk.
Hook's going to come out. There is the Crescent Guard as well. Sten retreats, jumping across the wall. TP coming in as Fnatic look to try and take the fight. Sheo still on the front line though. Counter-strike out from Emperos. Does get Ice down as they look for the fight to continue. Still that Shockwave and the Mundo Ultimate available to Heretics. They can step back in here. Razork has started up the Drake. 5,000 on it.
Good position by Fnatic. They're holding the line very well there on this banana bush, but they're trying to rush it down a little bit too fast. Look at Sten.
Yeah, Sheo's just going to walk in. Losper looking at that back line. Seren knocked up with a depth charge, and Sten falls first. Emperos with a counter-strike. Sheo trying to get close enough to the Drake to smite it away, but Fnatic keep him at bay. And that is the 3rd Drake of the game over to Fnatic. Gets caught with the deadly flourish. Sheo's trying to step in. Meanwhile, public execution onto Emperos, who does still have his flash and will jump away with the lead strike. Tracing trying to chase him down, but Emperos escapes at 200 HP. Should just be able to walk away.
A little bit sweaty there. Will be probably the tower for Tracing here. I don't think they have any TPs to defend this, so will just be a nice little gold influx for him. Really nice play. And now it is when this matchup starts becoming a little bit more Mbessa favored. Early game, we saw Jax winning the trades. We saw him taking these really good short trades with a big...
Does have flash, but no teleport of his own. Sten going to try and collapse here as well. Losper and Razork need to be a little bit careful because Heretics could collapse on them first, but with the Crescent Guard coming out, there's no real way for Seren to join up with his teammates. A great TP in by Vladdy, and now Stender's left to the Wolves as well. He'll flash the wall, but Fnatic have found a kill. Will they look for more? Emperos and Upset on the flank themselves.
Oh, they definitely will here. Empress wants to get a double stun here, try to get Sten down.
Oh, his Sten is just down no matter what. The Magnus Storm comes out too late. A hook going to land on Tracing as well as Ice goes to the mid lane to try and clear out the way, but Fnatic are going to push through this top side.
Look at all that tower damage, and then they will most likely go to try to get this Baron now. Maybe they will not do it. Kind of snapback peel that, for example, Fnatic would have, for example.
Really all on the rail. Lost will look for the hook here. Shadowing Strike coming out. There's TP behind them as Empress is going to join the play. Upsets there as well. Curtain Call comes out as the damage from Ice is relatively big on the backline, but Empress is diving in. Seven has to flash the wall. The Mundo going out the hell away from there as he's caught out. Good Deadly Flourish is going to land. Crescent Guard out from Razzle as he looks for Ice, but now he's isolated himself. Razzle very deep in here as Trayson looks for the chase. Vladdy goes in immediately as CC is taken out. Fnatic look for the fight. They over
so much space with those counter strikes, but now it will be Heretics taking this Baron. I'm gonna rewatch the fight later. Up to try to get a mid tower, but that's just a consolation prize. This will be a big win.
To get that Emperor's Divide down, but Magnus Storm comes out. He's immediately stunned up, and then with a public execution over the top of it, really hard for him to actually do anything now. Heretics do not have those ultimates available. The Shockwave is just back off cooldown. Sten is getting chipped down, and this is a Hextech sole fight for Fnatic. Heretics will continue to try and play against it, but Razzle jumps in onto Tracing. Public execution still a while away from it. Mundo ult as well, still not back up. 7 seconds on it. The Drake is down to 2,000. Shale goes in and gets the dragon. Will Heretics be able to get out of the fight? Vladdy falls, Seren takes him. Dredgeline in from Losper, but Tracing's doing so much work on the backline. Upset and Emperors versus Sheo. Seren is trying to get out of here. Sheo should be able to ult and walk out. Counter-Strike won't get him in time. Get the wave in the bot side and get the tower alongside it, taking their turret score up to 5 and their lead up to about 2.3k. Yeah. We talked about a Baron for Drake exchange. It's a possibility. Vladdy caught up with the root here. Flash in, Shockwave, Vladdy's down! Vladdy's down immediately. Beautiful play from Heretics as Fnatic left unawares, left their mid laner to die. Razzle dives back in, but his Guardian Angel will not sit on his shoulder any longer. Heretics immediately collapse, and with a blink of an eye, Fnatic are destroyed.
I mean, we were talking about it all game long. The Cleaver into Deadly Flourish into Shockwave. What a beautiful setup by Heretics there. Really catches Vladdy off guard. Their Fnatic really tried to bait. If you go for this dragon, we're gonna go and take the Baron instead. But now Heretics, they don't care about the Baron. They do not care about the dragon. They care about the base of Fnatic.
Empress and Upset have a Mammoth just slightly contest it, then you have a Baron fight immediately afterwards. So with the TP behind by Emperors, he gets that massive shield. Tracing caught out with the Dredgeline. Show still sticking on the Drake, and he will get it. Magnus Storm coming out, Sten will fall. Fnatic find one out of the fight. Tracing still has his flash if he needs to escape the clutches of Emperos, but can just dash away. Fnatic now can turn their attentions over to the Baron. They have to be slightly careful though. There's double supers in the mid lane. Razzle caught out. Crescent Guard coming out with the Curtain Call on top of it. Cheryl looking for that backline. Emperor's going to be forced to leap strike away. Another Curtain Call coming out, and Razzle is caught out by it. No on-call for him as now Heretics step back in. The flash in from Vladdy finds Ice. Tracing here to join the fight. Seren looking for that Shockwave, doesn't have it up right now. Vladdy's going to chase down by him. Sheo and Tracing doing so much work on the backline, and Emperors and Losper are lost in the river. Your Empire no longer, Emperors, as Seren claims the double. And now, Fnatic, who tried to take the fight around the Hextech Drake, have found their Nexus will be forfeits.
And it's just a back and forth constant brawl between these two teams as Heretics will take the fight, will take the dragon, and now will take the base of Fnatic as they look on this Nexus with great joy.
Incredible team fights from Heretics. The speed of the engages on repeat. Heretics will claim the win, will take themselves to 5, will separate themselves from the chasing pack. And now...
You were talking about stakes earlier.
They've never been higher. It's cows on a plane.
Cows on a plane.
Stakes have never been higher.
Yeah.
Yep. Trimby will lock in the Alistair. There's the Aatrox.
The Aatrox.
Something we've seen Tao bring out a few times. This split, it's just the pulverize, doesn't actually get a knock up onto you. And there we go. Flash forward from Prime, from Trimby, looking for the trade here onto Prime and Hazel. Bukada coming across the wall. Gets the suppression onto Prime. Hazel's going to flash away. Battle dance, but Hazel has no more tools in his arsenal to escape this. Trimby tanking the tower. Any further plays? Bukada here alongside Trimby. Smite out from Yukino. Bukada looking for the edge of itself. Will get the stun into the wall. There's the follow-up, and now Yukino has to flash with a flash forward from Nuke. Will stop him getting the Bolt Breaker away. Nuke will be gifted the kill, and Shifters are 2-0 up.
just like he is now way stronger than the Aatrox, because now if no one has ult, he's just winning.
And he is. Drake secured here. As we see the jump in by Prime, he's going to battle dance away, but Paddock is on the chase, transcending himself, but won't be able to get enough damage onto Prime, who dances away. Bukata still did use the Impale in that place. He's in the Weaver's wall. They'll go in. Trimby with a good flash. Hazel diving in with a killing instinct as well. Yukino so low though. Already chunked out. The Emperor's Divide as well onto Camilo with 3 kills over the Shifters. KCB thought they'd found a pick, but
not the rock. Not the rock, not the rock in the back.
He's going to land another one.
Not the rock.
Headbutt pulverized. Hazel is going to try and escape underneath his tower, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a leg to stand on. Paddock gets it. Now 3-0 on this.
He wanted to bait Tao's ult there, but Tao really well patiently holding his ult there. And now suddenly Tao could look for a little all-in here in a bit. I think he's a little bit scared just because now he knows that Skarner just took the grubs. It's a little bit hard for him to look for an extended fight here, but the time as Paddock is going in here on the case, so tries to get a big chunk here. There's a cow here coming.
Hazel, no barrier. Does get shielded by the battle dance, but Trimby still takes the kill underneath the tower. Unbreakable wall coming out from him as well. Will keep himself healthy enough. That damage reduction working out wonders for the Shifters' support.
And the stakes are sky high right now. Trimby tries to get even more space.
KCB, I mean, they're just trying to get gold wherever they can. There's not really many avenues for them.
I mean, there will be some more plays onto Nuke. And
I mean, Camilo can't step now, right?
Yeah.
Like, you've got an Alistair coming in from the side. Even if you have support of Yukino, as Tao is traded on here by Rooster, who dashes out of the Infernal Chains. Tao also losing the top lane matchup as Yukino goes in with the Vault Breaker onto Bukata here. He does still have his flash, and another Vault Breaker in. Trimby dives across the wall. Ishtal's impact gets the stun. Cease and desist with the quickness won't be enough. Bukata again! Don't go on the tanks! You've got to find a squishy target. Camilo able to weave his way away. But no amount of crochet will save the day for them. They can't knit up a solution to the Shifters' problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no damage right now in the KCB comp. They don't have enough damage. Camilo doesn't even have one fully item completed, and he gets it now, but the Kaza can't dive in there as well. Usually you want to go there, and then Kaza will come in from the side, and they will out.
Trimby with a knockback onto Prime, who goes in with the quickness, but immediately is slammed against the wall. Good seismic shove. Paddock shielded up, though, and with the dive in from Yukino, with that cease and desist, he's underneath the tower for way too long. Impale out from Bukata is flashed away from. Nuke goes in with the Emperor's Divide, doesn't connect. Seismic shove onto him means that he might fall. KCB get their first of the game.
I thought that they end up coming out on top, so I think they're really happy with that exchange.
It was super sketchy all around. Yukino was so deep. But as you say,
we'll try to get this mid lane tower down at least, and this is gonna make the life a little bit more difficult for KCB. Suddenly you don't have that safety, that bastion of hope that your mid tier 1 represents.
Like Fiend Hunter Bolts, the Kraken Slayer, and Infinity Edge already complete on Paddock. Rooster looking for this trade as well, goes in with the public execution. Bukata's on the chase, Camilo already low. Bukata's just there to help clean it up. Flash forward from Rooster to follow Camilo's flash.
Shifters seem to not be aware of this. If they have any blue trinkets, he could get a little bit of information that could allow him to get into this pit, and that's all you have right now. You only have this 50-50 chance for KCB to get this Baron.
Prime trying to get in with the quickness. Nuke realizing, hey, we haven't seen the enemy jungler for a while. Let's make sure he can't get in here. Shifters do their due diligence and manage to pick up them by so much. Drake up in 14 seconds. The Baron power play not too consequential as Trimby flashes forward onto Camilo, looking for the trample stun, will land it. Nuke diving in as well as Camilo falls. And now Bukata's on the front line and Yukino's going to have to dash across the wall. Enemy mid laner dead. Immediately the call to go towards that Drake for Shifters.
Put her fingers.
I mean, it's great stuff from Trimby.
Yeah, I mean, I love the
snap engage.
Snap engage, but here,
quickness coming out, cease and desist there as well. The Infernal Chains will drag him back. Nuke still has the stopwatch. Paddock's going to dash across the wall, dive in from Hazel and Emperor's Divide in time, but still Nuke will fall, and now Tao trying to escape with 4 members of Shifters there. There's no escape for him. The Drake
set up their siege once again. You will not have a chance. Okay, KCB trying to find anything they can. Nuke goes a little bit deep, and I think you have to try to pounce and punish that play by Nuke. If you don't, you will just see them taking more and more space here. Yukino is fine. He will get his red buff at least.
And there goes the Salt, secured by Shifters. Translate their team across towards the mid lane to take the mid tier 2 as well. Yukino having to dash away, and there's too much long range damage really from Shifters. They'll take another tower out of the exchange, and for me, I do need to be able to survive. The Baron begun by Shifters, and no real contest from KCB.
Yeah. And now, come on Prime, show me the flank. Choose a bush. Choose a bush.
Man, it's Sven Bush time, isn't it?
Yes, it's Sven. I mean, I don't know who invented this. Just find the bush to flank in. I can think of so many players.
Oh, there's great players who have done it. We just all remember Sven, because as an Alistair, he stood there for 2 minutes and did nothing, right? So there were great bushes to flank in. The issue is, how do you get there? With the Baron up and with Ocean Soul, 4 shifters, they can just push in. TP coming out, Nuke immediately flashes, cease and desist in, the Killer Instinct as well. Nuke does have that stop bush, but doesn't have a chance to use it. They find the bush, and all it took was Nuke TPing into the mid lane with no defense. Bukada locked up under the tower! Oh, Nuke, that was abysmal, man.
Beautiful bush find by KCB, finally finding the bush they needed. The bush pack into this game here. KCB tries to take a little more space here.
Prime has to dodge away. Yukino going back in with a Vault Breaker to try and keep his support alive. Trimby flashed in. Tau does have a flank. World Ender in. Unbreakable will coming out from Trimby, but now it times out. Yukino diving back in. Rooster jumps onto Hazel on the back line. Tau trying to get onto Paduk, who does have the damage to keep him at bay for now. Still looking for the Q3. Paduk able to dodge away. Tau, though, still alive somehow. Rooster will take one with him. Will take 2! Camilu's there as well, but he is going to get clipped. And now the question is, who can steal? No smite on Prime. Doesn't have that with the unsealed spellbook.
From bush.
Yeah, Elder Drake secured for Shifters. Now KCB have to avoid the quickness charm. It got him out of a very sticky situation. Now Shifters can push in. It's their last wave with Baron buff. That expires in 3 seconds' time. KCB has shown some signs of life near the end of this game, but it's been Shifted misplays more than anything. Yukino pushes out the mid wave. Shifter's still going in, have 90 seconds left on this Elder Drake. The Impale out, Tau gonna get shot by the laser. The rest of KCB have cleared out the wave though. Next wave still a little bit away, but enough time for Shifters on this Elder buff to be able to continue to push in. The Ocean Soul healing them up as well.
Yeah, you don't have to look at the Sonas to realize the time is ticking now for KCB. They need to make a final last stand there.
Double knock-up seismic shot. The CC chain is massive, but they just don't have the damage. Prime and Kamilu relegated to the Fountain. Shifters will win out the fight, will take down the Nexus, and will keep their playoff lives alive. It was close at times. It was closer than Shifters fans would have wanted, but in the end, they'll take the 50G. They'll take the win, and KCB will fall to 1-9.
Oh, and this just highlights how
Yone, maybe? Okay.
It's the Yone lock-in, and it's kind of fine because Yone does a lot of magic damage, Ornn does a lot of magic damage, Nico does a lot of magic damage, even Yunara does a little bit of magic damage. So I think you're quite fine. Sure, they're getting out alive there. And now no flash on the Nico will make life a lot easier for LR as they also pick up this Dragon. Dragon's actually a really good matchup early as hold that spot. Leader might be in danger here.
Leader's going to get caught out. Cease and desist there for the follow-up. He's going to try and get out with a bait. Seal does get the shield out of it. Crescent Guard from Schemes. Leader jumps back in, and it might be Velia who's caught! SK will become very powerful, but until you get the Rod, until you get the Seraph, you're not as powerful as you'd like to be. Looking for the damage onto Nemesis, who is rooted up. Pop Blossom coming out as well, and again, it's Leader that sets up the play. Get out, and because he's on low HP, SK will claim the second Drake of the game. They're first. Even out the score with Los Ratones. Crownie's going to get chunked out a little bit here by Leader, who can just jump away. The damage onto Crownie, though. Inspire Shield off cooldown a little bit too late to really keep that Crownie healthy.
Yeah, and this Yone is becoming a big problem. We were talking about the item gap in the AD carry department, but the mid one is even bigger. The blade for Yone compared to Catalyst, and Reckless is just caught out there.
There's no way out for him, really. He might look to flash the wall, but Leader gets him. SK using the vision they placed around
Karma walking there alone, she will just get picked off by anyone that dares to sneeze at her. So really good punish there by SK, but now Leader wants to play aggressive here. There is a 1v2 potential here as well.
Cease and desist. Leader caught out, tries to jump away. Nikki there in time. And Leader once again escapes the clutch of death. The grub secured for SK.
Mouse does have those fancy feats, and you see now SK is doing the same thing again. They're leaving Wunder alone in the bot side to play weak side with TP, and they're sending everything up here to try to dive Baus. But sure can get out of this alive. He cleared the wave. He's fine for now. He is definitely chilling, as he says.
Yeah, I think it's more just about seeing if you can keep him around. In the jungle, near where the red buff is, that's where they are. For some reason, it popped up with a bunch of menus, and I'm not used to doing that. A couple of deep wards for Baus to teleport onto, if so required. Only one of them still surviving. Drake up in 30 seconds time.
Crownie
going in, straight onto Schemes. Mickey flashes away as Nemesis on the chase there as well. Schemes needs to get the hell out of here, has to use the Crescent Guard, but Nemesis is still chasing, and there's the flash out of Schemes as well. 2 flashes from Crownie. Realm Warp in, the Vault Breaker coming out, but Schemes has no place to dive to.
Crownie just taking all the space in the river. He's went in there.
died, you can't even use like a Rift Hold in mid to make sure you're getting a tower and a half or something. It will be Yoppa taking the tower. Wonder should be able to get the top lane turret as well before Baus can really have anything to say about it. He'll take that down as well. So SK do get a little bit in the trade, but the second Drake to Los Ratones is huge.
I mean, you see what happens when Leader is not involved in these fights.
Yeah.
SK really...
Knowing that Baus doesn't have his teleport, Reckless clip with the wind becomes lightning, but with a Mantrid Inspire, will be able to walk away from it, and there's another tower over to SK. Meanwhile,
make sure that he is scaled up for the next fight, because he needs level 16. He needs that draw to proc in. This is not the time to fight for LR, and they know...
Being behind and coming back, usually from much more substantial deficits than this. Their late game team fighting has been great. A lot of it on the back of Baus's positioning, his charge on the Kled against G2. Is inspired. Mickey looking for the flank position. That Pop Blossom could be huge. He's warded out, and they know he's there with the Oracles coming out. Baus going around the side here, looking for a fight himself. The rest of the team isolated, though. Mickey goes in as a minion! Onto Reckless and onto Velia. Call of the Forge God coming out as well as Mickey is distracted the backline. The Drake was secured, cease and desist from Velia, but SK begin to collapse. Good dash away from Velia. Leader now caught out by Baus and Crownie. Yoppa trying to get the damage down. Crownie's going to Valkyrie in. Leader taken out with the explosive cast. Nemesis falling low. The Sarah shield will not be enough to save him. Flashes away from SK. Yoppa's so low, they need to get out of here. As Skeens will escape. Vault Breaker blocked by the Shape Splitter. Is it enough for Los Ratones to go Baron?
But they don't have any damage right now, because you can't flash out if you're caught in a bad position.
Baus is here to block the way in. TP coming in as well as they look for the fight. Mickey on a flank position has the Pop Blossom. Landed onto the 3, but Baus is there, and there's no follow-up from SK. Crownie will secure the Baron. Mickey's going to fall first. Baus with the stopwatch. Call of the Forge got onto the backline. Baus trying to get away. Explosive cast. Wonder diving in. Steal from Leader! Finds Reckless, but Crownie and Nemesis are still very healthy. Skeens taken out, they go onto Yoppa, cease and desist in, and Yoppa's down! Good knock up from Wonder, Leader taken out, and now Los Ratones with the Baron at their back, with their carries still alive, will take out Wonder. There's no escape for the Ornn in the pits. Even with the knock-up, Los Ratones win the fight. The rat trap on Scrum.
We all take a collective breath as LR now tries to siege onto this bot side with this Baron. How much can they get with this? We have the Dragon coming up in 1 minute and 20 seconds. You need to make sure you're there in time. You can 5k gold up as Gragas in late game, level 20. He is
Pop Blossom onto the backline. Leader looking for the face seal follow-up. They go onto Crownie, but he's got a Guardian Angel. Call of the Fortune coming out as well, but Leader is unable to join the rest of the fight. Nemesis falling low. Yoppa goes down first. Nemesis doing so much work here as Skeens will come back to life, surrounded by the rats. And he's gnawed to pieces. Nemesis on the chase, able to get Wonder away, but again, Los Ratones, after being picked off, still win out the fight. They have 5 members alive. They're realm warping forward for Mickey, and they're flashing. That one's personal. Nemesis takes the kill, and now Leader and Wonder, well, they can only wonder how they can defend.
They're going down the base medic. It looked like all the circles were aligning, all the wombo combos were landing on the LR backline, but there was no damage. No one goes down. They're going on Leader. They're taking him down. It's only Wonder to hold the Forge.
The next wave is here. You can call the wave as much as you want, but Baus with a stopwatch goes golden. As Los Ratones reach for gold, they've got a license to kill, and SK were their targets. Los Ratones go to 5-5.
3 melee champions on G2 side could be good, but as you said, the sign as well, yeah, just strong front line and open up for this Aphelios.
So if this is solo queue, I'd be saying, BB, you know what? Maybe we take Ignite Doll, we win the early levels, we take PTA, and we go...
NAVI just trying to set up vision on this bottom side.
This might be called by this, Lebrov. It's just for the vision contest as well. Dragon's also up now too. As Relech comes down, just poking the head in the XP bar. It's going to be a fight that brews up in River. Lebrov in trouble. Skumon coming in to add damage, but I think Lebrov went too early, too fast. Flash away from Poby, but now he's out of harm's way. Lebrov is an easy first blood, and it's going to go to the Pope Star. No, stolen by Relech, I think, with an auto. The first blood over with an early lead, especially early damage access to something like an Ambessa.
Yeah. Relech will, because he's doing the Dragon, not hit 6 first, because you can see Skumon was on that top side scuttle.
Yeah, good note with Relech getting the invade and obviously getting the Dragon dagged it. There is a CS lead brewing, actually, for Skumon on this Panther, despite everything, as Poby gets shuffled back, looking towards mid. The Popes is in trouble now. Shockwave flashed over. Skumon, clean as you'd like. Lebrov is going to mitigate the last kill and giving you one to G2.
Poby used that flash.
Enabling grubs, great as well. Meanwhile, the response play, Na'Vi looking for the bot dive onto Han Summer. It's an Ezreal, so Paris needs to be precise. Flash, auto attack, dredge line, public execution, but Han's not dead yet until Relech gets the last auto again. Plate's given up, and a wave denied, thanks to Na'Vi.
Really nice job by Paris there, flashing forward for the auto attack. Uses one was just cleared out by Lebrov, but you've got a ton of positions for main turret if you want to try and go for some of the sort of TP flank, but also to spot out where Skimond is, because that ultimate is just about to come off cooldown. So keep an eye on us.
Paris turns to dredge line, often engaged, the shove back, and Paris might be dead, but a two-man shockwave from Poby. Soulfire in the meantime though, because Poby's isolated. Fighting instead.
Yeah, it's more on bot side that the push was just coming through, so
Okay.
G2 not able to make any sort of play for it. Skimond is moving top to try and steal away some of these camps as well, so Skimond has been doing a decent job of
Going for Raptors as well. This will be a contest,
Broken
but it
Blade's
turns into a kill. You said it, the Renekton behind. Crikey, as the dredge line comes in, Broken Blade gets a stun up, shockwave, public execution. It's okay for Na'Vi with a double knockup, but Cap sits over the wall, hits out a Scion ulti, flashes for Skewmon. Broken Blade now in the midst of it as Na'Vi has turned to play. The re-engage. Ulti now back up and available as well. Herald's going pretty slow. The Eye brings it down to 6k, but Na'Vi still progress forward. Relech wants to steal, and now that Na'Vi start off the Herald, that eye proc is going to have to be perfect. The damage is going to come down as well. G2 thinking about a fight afterwards. Flash from Lebrov onto Poby. Solar Flare for the cost of the Herald. Poby targeted with the dredge line. Paris saves the day. Broken Blade still on this Orianna. That has gone too far away. G2 went in deep for this, but Mainta's ult again. The saving grace as Na'Vi just fight better. And Caps may have joined the fight, but now that he's in too deep, it's about his escape. Lethal tempo up with Paris trying to run away for his life. He gets hit once, but not a second time. As the ulti comes through and Caps separates Na'Vi, but now his back is literally against the wall, trying to get Relech, and does! Caps does!
But G2 tried to capitalize on it immediately and don't actually make it work. And with everyone moving down to bot side, it's mid taken. Dragon has now spawned. And maybe Na'Vi just not quite having their ultimates up may give G2 a window unless they get caught here.
I guess not, because again, G2, the numbers disadvantage. Relech has a ball on him as well, and onto Lebrov, isolated. Easy kill. Na'Vi right now a lot today about what playoffs is and what is important. Now, G2 are not locked in yet. They'll be tied with LR if they lose.
Just in that Phalite off to the left-hand side of your screen. So yeah, just G2, odd positions and odd fights that they're taking.
Yep. And it's so funny, Dagda, in this game, it's now come down here. If this play goes on long enough and G2 don't get the reset, Baron is a very real threat. Herald now spawned top as well. Dagda, a lot committed onto Mainta. 3 members on the way. Make it 4 with Lebrov, but it is a Scion as he flashes away. G2, Solar Flare dive. They really want this top laner to die. Shut down for Caps, yes, but top is in shambles as he looks to stop the reset.
And everyone is still showing here. So Na'Vi going to be able to take the tier 2. They will reset, so then the Poby can match on mid-wave. But honestly, G2, they want to try and make another sideline play. No flash on main turn.
Yeah, no flash. Ulti's going to be up in 10 seconds. Decimating Smash avoided, if only just. Caps is there, but buffered. The ulti literally just came up. Now for the Soul Flare as well under turret. They're going to finally take him down. True Shot Barrage comes from afar to help out. The latest ulti I've ever seen. Skewmon is on 110 ping. As he gets out of the shockwave, Na'Vi look for the chase. Han Summer holds the bridge as dredge line. His arcane shifted away. Na'Vi the chase. Will it continue more? Poby flashes away. He's caught out. He went isolated. And Lebrov with the punish. Now G2 get 2-man ulti, but Sam D, even though he finds some kind of revenge, will only get the support. Relech use his ulti for that. Sam D now picked up for Sam D. He's got his Lord Dominic's regard. The Giant Slayer is going to come into full effect as G2 now hover around. Decimating Smash on Lebrov. Solar Flare's there as well. Poby has to be zoned out, but as Broken Blade goes in, the Shockwave finds 2, and that's enough for Na'Vi. G2 walked into the waiting arms of the greatest of some time, and his time was now. A triple kill went over, and Relech will just take
Mainter's ultimate shuts down Broken Blade where he stands, prevents the Renekton from diving any further, and Na'Vi wave. Now it's pushing out Na'Vi. Happy to kind of just take it slow and see if they can force a play here.
Relech thinking about it. Public execution up and available. The angle as the Scion ulti comes through first onto Lebrov. Decimating Smash is onto 1, onto 2. Solar Flare won't mean too much. Sunday went into melee, into the Azir, and he's still alive. Again, Lifeline helped out while the rest of the fight go on pear-shaped. A double over to another Felios, and 3 left standing. We've had so many pentas in the LEC. that G2 know if they walk into him, there's going to be one more.
Great cleanse from Sam D in the middle of that fight from the solar flare off the Brav. Means he just constantly keeps up the DPS. 9-0, and now the Baron, G2. I mean, what do you try and do in this position?
Well, they're going to open up mid to starters, but...
Stick around. As NAVI just going to be able to take it down. Han's still trying to cover mid. But this is so hard. The Baron is...
pushed in. NAVI hold back. Nothing too egregious, but that mid inner turret is going to drop down. As Mainta gets to deliver the wave into the inhibitor turret as well.
And Relash, you see there using the W to block the cannon minion so that Hansama couldn't clear it out as quickly as you'd like. Makes it a little bit more difficult for G2 to try and play off of both mid and bot wave. But the siege is just going to continue here. And G2 don't really have a good way of breaking this. Labrov has to just send himself in and hope for the best. And that may be the call here.
Okay, well, send it up. Soulflare again, but narrowly avoided. Sam D's all the way in the back. Scumon's on there. The cap finds an angle. However, Roulette may have recovered it. The ulti would have been great, but Navi have lost the 80 carry. Roulette is up next. G2 come close, but they can't kill the Ambessa. A double kill to Roulette, who healed up a bunch of health at the back end of the fight. And now Navi are about to do the finishing touches to G2. Not many teams over the years could say this, but Navi are the clear head and shoulders team, better than G2 right now.
Navi looking clean in this one. Great play start to finish. Good understanding of how to shut down G2's game plan. And Navi, what a time here in winter for this organization.
What a time to be alive, to watch this team rise to fame. However, it's not over yet. Paris looking to get out with the Hex Gate, but Labrov's in the way.
He juked him.
Labrov,
Wait, Paris,
true shot. The timing, oh, it missed.
Oh, and he missed his Zenith blade as well.
Is he maintained with the decimating smash? They continue to chase, but Navi are looking for the fight, not the dragon. Decimating smash again, dredge line in, caps with an angle into Han Sam D, into the GA, he will go, but G2 has to win the fight now. Roulette's already got a double, a one-man shockwave might look bad, but it doesn't matter. A triple over to Roulette, he doesn't get the fourth. It's Han Sam D, who's better than Sam A. Navi with the ace, and this time they'll take it home.
Navi find the fight. This time there's no one left to hold, and you can see the smiles on the bottom of your screen. Navi are chuffed with this one.
And they deserve it. This team came out of the woodwork, put all these parts together, and now they're better than G2. The angles as well with the help of Humanoid. How do you follow this up? You need engage, right? That's what we said. Nico gets locked in.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the one pick that you had left because Nautilus was taken away. Alistair and Rel have a terrible time into the Poppy.
Yep. Perfect as well. Supers thinking about backing off. They're a little bit sus here. But if they walk into brush, maybe I'm wrong. Ward gets placed down. Alvaro with no mana. Root flash as well. Super flashes. But there is Lensus. He was waiting in disguise in the brush. A double kill goes down. And Lensus sets up the game.
Nicely played by Lensus. Waits for the wave so then he can be out of vision as MKOI step up to try and answer for the wave push. But also holds off on using that stun so he can use it on Alvaro secondly. But now
Elyoya just walked over a ward. This might be 3 kills. He's going to flash away, but Lensus did and burn it before. Rather, Kazi did not. At max range, the auto.
But now, coming in behind.
All angles read to bot, or lead to bot, I should say. Kazi's in trouble, and he might get out of there a little bit too late. It's a good cosmic binding against the minion wave, and Elyoya pulls the... This also gives a bit of time for Alvaro to see what he can make of mid. As Lensus is there just waiting, maybe the timing's off. Troll Bubble's there, and even though there's numbers advantage, Lensus looking for the kill, and Alvaro's down. A 1-for-1 imminent though, as Lensus in between 2 people. A shutdown to Jojo, and in hindsight,
But if Bard ends up getting spot on this ward, which it looks like he might be, there's an opportunity for the Pantheon to immediately look for a play onto the bottom side of the map.
True.
So I don't think Alvaro showed on it. Was just hovering, because you can see JC is on those Void Grubs. I wasn't sure if he needed to be positioned there, but now showing back in bot lane, it'll just be a trade of the objectives on both sides of the map.
So very hard to pick out when he has charms up and he's got that full 5-stack movement speed galore. As Dragon does go down, Trollball misses here in mid lane. Humanoid stepping up to Jojo. Lensus still near through.
Because that ultimate was insane.
Everyone but you cannot hurt me. There's a flash. Wish you had the ulti now. Use it onto Cassante, maybe, but Mirwin's dead regardless, right, guys? slowly, but surely. Right, guys. Q. Mirwin dodged. He's going to die to the turret, right, guys? Yep. Okay. Nuck gets a kill eventually after wasting a bit of time.
I mean, still.
It's going to be Gromp as well.
And the wave. Because Kaza can't really get back in. You're going to have Linces try and link up with them here to try and retake this position. But Jojo is also hovering.
Smite, Pop Blossom, only onto the enemy jungle, but Elyoya, even after a Tempered Fate, goes down. A great Tempered Fate to probably save. Becomes unbeatable. Then maybe Vitality can get the wheel rolling. But I know what you're saying about Humanoid, about Kaza. Look, here's the flip again, the all-out, but Mirwin, what can he do? Ulti, not in time! He was trying to wind it up, but
want to take the immediate fight, but MKOI just needs to continue to back the Humanoid on the flank.
Trouble Bubble, Tempered Fate flushed away from by Humanoid. He only got Jojo there as well. Poke doesn't connect from Linces, but does from Elyoya. We once again continue this raid over Dragon, but MKOI still in front of it with a smite, ready. Linces looking for the steal and gets it. Pop Blossom on the flank as well. Humanoid helps get the burst. Vitality, snap engage. Not only they take the objective, they just took the hearts away from MKOI.
Great flank from Fleshy. Sets up that play. MKOI caught in the pit. And Vitality punish.
And now we look towards top again. Nucko gets everything he wants and more with a flip back. True damage. Mirwin under turret gets the ulti response. He's not done yet.
The shield!
Nucko just went over to Humanoid. And that was up in top lane as well. Pressure through mid. MKOI going to trade through bot.
Yeah, MKOI are trying to trade for the Rift Herald, which you can see is just, they're still in a very good spot.
But Herald to open up mid, right? I mean, it's still, it's still so much gold.
Impressive, and now standing on the cusp of taking down MKOI.
Nucko again, Pop Blossom finds only one, but it might just be enough with the all-out Nucko's in front of two faces, and that too will be great. Alvaro's definitely dead, while meanwhile chased down is Elyoya. As soon as
we got to see it in this game, right? They overforce in the initial skirmish, and they end up getting picked off.
Here we go. Wow! Okay, Humanoid is getting ganked though. So it looked good until the whole team showed up from MKOI.
Yeah, and will be the tower taken off the back of it as well for MKOI. So Humanoid getting caught in the side lane as Dragon's been taken, and also that mid lane turret's been taken.
And bot turret went down as well.
Yeah.
So maybe not too bad from Vitality, but Humanoid.
It's through an MKOI already TP back down. Mirwin able to escape away.
Over the wall, Humanoid. Almost a bit of a mistake. He gets chunked for it. He gets punished for it. Needs a trouble bubble. Connects onto Jojo. Vitality trying to walk in as now Fleshy with an angle, but he has no ulti for that angle. Tangle Barbs doesn't connect either. Trouble from downtown. Humanoid's got a target. The burst is there onto Alvaro. He now Cosmic Bindings away, but I'm looking towards the left as Linces has to flash. MKOI chasing enemy jungle, but they're in a clump. Humanoid looking for the range, finds it onto Super, but meanwhile it took an enemy team to take down Nucko. Top laner down, raid boss in the bin, and Mirwin stands his ground doing something similar against Vitality. As Humanoid misses the next, Trouble Bubble connects again. Humanoid has his flash available, but look at the poke from MKOI.
The resets are faster from Vitality as Kaza making it back out onto the map. But Vitality, the Dragon pulp by Mirwin means it resets. So Vitality don't really have the health bars to contest this. They need to start fishing once more. Humanoid doesn't have TP in base. So Vitality need to take this slow as MKOI set up in river once more.
Fleshy has that ultimate once again, and he's got flash, but there's going to have to be a lot of follow-up here if they choose to fight. Dragon's going down very quick. Mirwin is playing zone control, and Sol is now quickly denied. Vitality looking for the fight after the fact, but Fleshy needs, again, a hero play with the flash, the ulti, now buffered and used, falling asleep at the wheel for Mirwin, as that ulti from Fleshy ain't good at all, but it's enough, at least, from the rest. Can't get this deep vision, this setup that they require for their composition to really accelerate the game.
Yeah, and it's because Jojo wins out in the 1v1 versus Humanoid. So as long as... Yeah, same.
What a guy.
Yeah.
what a bloke. That's what teamwork's all about. Elyoya misses the poke, hang on. There's an angle. Nucko's found Mirwin. Humanoid zoning out at no HP as Linces dives in. Remember, GA and the trouble bubble from downtown. Vitality's mid lane and lands. Again, no HP, but he doesn't care. He gets another one. You want to escape? No. Stand your ground. Vitality have found two. And with the 300 HP there, I don't know how that guy didn't get poked out. But it helps Vitality, along with Linces, whose GA's still up, by the way. Humanoid's able to push up here. He's got a lot of damage, and his pick potential is kind of out of this world. Push comes in, Vitality running back, but Dragon spawns. MKOI are trying to flank this, but there's Linces. He's like, okay, I'm ulting in. jumps out immediately with a flash.
And Dragon resets.
Realm Warp there for Jojo. Vitality now here, but Linceston and Summoners. Nuck is around midway. He's caught out. MKOI just taking him on, but this is the Cassante. All out, not close enough against the wall. The true damage onto Alvaro, but he escapes. Now goes Nuck down. Tempered Fate keeps the fight going. Mirwan's ulti from the side as well. It's taken by Vitality. They have Soul as Kazi lines them all up. Arclight of Ruin, but he dies. Super is just stronger. Meanwhile, on the back end, Fleshy holding a pop blossom. That nails two. Humanoid survived the whole damn thing. And as he takes up and find himself an inner turret.
Yeah, I mean, you get away from us, but Humanoid still push inside. The stun used means that the Seraphs embrace it.
Who's going to win it?
I mean, it's all over the place at this stage.
A-Ramp.
But here we go. Here we go.
Pop Blossom found. Two-man game-winning play from Flashai. Tempered Fate holds 4 though, and maybe Alvaro does it in reverse. Mirwan runs up to the fray, but Kazi's still alive. Meanwhile, the poke might be huge from MKOI, but Humanoid's still alive. He's stolen a flash. He's got the range. His portal jump is insane. A double already down to the 300-year-old girl who's going to run it down mid with the rest of Vitality to lock in playoffs.
It took a while, but Vitality find the fight they need. They find themselves the win, and they will find themselves in playoffs.
And what a comp to do it with. It was slow, it had me in the middle, but Vitality with class, with precision, knocked down MKOI and locked themselves in.
I was thinking they could match Enchanter with Enchanter here if you really wanted to. Like, we've seen Nami with Corki a lot of the times, but not actually going to be the case. They're just instead going to go for the Rakan, so kind of that follow-up or a setup.
So, I feel like right now, it's neutral, we're only 3 minutes in.
Oh, Jarvis, Yike EQ'd over the wall to dodge the ward that they knew was down. KC going to look for a play on the bottom side, avoiding the vision from Giant X.
But first of all, Lot is looking for a solo kill. Boomerang blade down. Kana, one auto away, but he heals up. And as you said, the innovative path, even better in this bottom lane, because Yike is behind enemy lines. John and Noah have to get the hell out of dodge while Kalista is just setting it up. And Noah, he might flash over the wall, but Yike will follow. First blood and dagger. Isma hovering around, ward goes down. Is this going to be a dive? Kana still very, very low as Jun takes a turret shot. Boost's just going to follow him for the time being. With Electrocute out, Gleaming Quill should make him okay, but Cosmic Binding, hang on, Portal combat. John is about to die to a freaking bus!
Play from Giant X, but you can see how KC were trying to defend against the potential bot play, which opened up for Giant X now to take this top side objective.
Kana and no ulti as well. Flag and drag onto Jackie's. There's a Cataclysm there. Wait for the shove back. Yeah, who flashes? But it's matched. Jackie's gets out of harm's way. Tempered Fate as well. Jackie's smooth the ulti out. Oh man, Michael Jackson will be proud. He's a smooth criminal.
And that's why you don't level the ulti. Dragon. Isma going to try and face check.
Cosmic Binding doesn't connect. Damage might be too much here. Isma looking for the steal, but he's a bit late. Weaver's all going to be used. Boosie on the right side of it. Isma gets stuck in the wall, and he's actually just easy meat. He puts the shield up, but he's dead before the rest of GX come in. But now over the wall with the curtain call lined up. Onto Jun, maybe a free kill, but it's waited for Noah. Jun gets out over the wall, but will he survive? Almost dies to Busio again, but Jun does live. Casey got the dragon, however, and they're now looking for the chasers. Yike onto Jun. Maybe doesn't see him just yet. The Q comes out. Jun's going to heal up. The engage there. Finds the knock-up. Jackie's looking for the flick. But
it's been heavy aggression around mid. Focus Jackie's. Try and burn summoner spells. Try and burn ults.
Tempered Fate. There's the shove. But onto Busio. There's no follow-up damage. Here's the Pantheon ulti. Busio might be caught out. He was in river by himself, and the ulti from Isma shuts him down.
Busio a little bit too early. The Ike wasn't in position, and the ultimate from Isma is perfect to turn the play around, but now Noah on mid.
The reverse play, the deadly flourish. Kana, or rather Kalista, excuse me, has got the damage. Yike! Okay, the wave. Tempered Fate not there, but reset obviously going to be quick. You see Giant X, all 4 members outside of Jackie's are leaving the base right now, so plus 500 now in total here for Yehu, who almost has his second item. In fact, more than that, his first turret just went down.
That's taking quick and try and get out. Jackie's can wall off.
And it's Tempered Fate, 4K for the Dragon for now. As you said, the wall's going to be there. Stops the Herald. Beautiful from Jackie's. Giant X get a reprieve on mid-turret as KC group up. The Dragon goes down. Jun looks for an engage, but they've got
keep their side laner safe. Because as you can look at, like, Giant X, if they can play right like this, Jackie's going to get a tower. That bot lane tower is very...
Own self with this turret, so they do need something. Committing more members to do so, maybe sets up for deeper vision as well. Yike is getting pretty nifty in the red side jungle, as Yehu will eventually find this. He's going to deny some minions. Jackies will get caught by Kana here to respond to the wave.
Try and force the issue. This is what we're talking about. Mid lane tower going to go down as Lot starts to teeter towards that tier 2. KC going to back up.
Smart.
They'll get one, the TP, but can Ginex look for the play on the TP out?
Well, Isma's going to start it off. Yike, though, misses and whiffs. Deadly Flourish recovers the play. Decimating Smash with Curtain Call. Lining down Giant X. Cataclysm in as well. Tempered Fate gets Kana into a golden stature as Lot tries to come in with Mega Gnar on the side, but the Curtain Call zoned off the whole of Giant X. Mega Gnar versus them all. It would be great, but Lot has no target. He had to flash and supersede his position while Casey turned into a Baron start.
Isma tried to force the play. He saw the TP going top and knew there would be a numbers advantage as Lot was able to come over from top lane, but he was a bit too early. The TPs are coming through. Giant X want to take the fight after.
No smite, they need to delay Baron, but they can't even do that. Here comes the TP and Giant X are like, okay, let's bring it.
Lucio's ultimate back up. Yikes is 6 seconds away. KC stepping forward.
Kana's just walking into them. The damage not enough to inflict a blow. Cosmic Binding again, decimating Smash. No support for Giant X. Kalist sends the feathers into the ground, and Dragon number 3 now available for KC without contest.
Jackie's wall is the mausoleum of Jun in that one, as he's the only one to fall. As KC, I mean, I like the call from Isma. Like, hey, the TP has gone top. We can try and look for a fight, but Jun was looking for the reset. They're completely separated.
Look at live. 4-shot, boom. And now Lot is dead too. Casey,
if they win this game, they will be taking that first place in the regular season. And it's a well-earned placement.
Deadly Flourish avoided by Jun. Mid turret's getting pushed as well. Top is next. Linces is trying to, Isma's trying to set up a play. I'm used to his Pantheon. He's trying to set up a play on Kana. Teleport as well. This will be 3 coming in. Isma gets in the way. He flashes that. That's Jackie's who teleported in. The shove there, maybe Kana not tanky enough versus AP damage. He's surviving for a long time though. And this is an opening play for Giant X. They get a shutdown onto Jackie's. The only question is, does KC make it cost anything?
I think they'll be able to push in mid and shift over towards this bottom side. Lot is going to answer, but Kalist should just be able to solo take this turret. So at least it eases off.
KC's map right now.
Giant X are just trying to find ways to empower their one strong point in the map, which is Lot. Which is why Kana is now legging him down as the rest of KC are taking a trip to the bottom lane.
He's so deep dagged. I mean, Yehu's coming in. 4 members of KC. Tries to get over the wall. Easy kill here. Sent to the skies. No objective up. It was like 3 or 2. All TP. Okay. KC going in blind. Okay. The TP. It's seen. Yehu is going to get a 3-man ult. It shuffles out into bait, but Jackie's took it. Hook, line, and sinker. Tempered Fate to save the mid laner. Yehu was all a bit of a ruse. That false shot goes wide, but Jackie's died for it. How the hell did Yehu survive? That play wasn't punished. Still hasn't died. You can't call this guy a KDA player when he makes plays like that, you know? Like almost suicidal plays.
Giant X know their backs are against the wall in this one. They're just trying anything.
The Jin on this turret is unreal. There goes the inhibitor turret. And Giant X's potential to flank has just been thrown by the wayside. Lot is a Mega Gnar about to run out for his flank as well. Seen by Yike, who goes for the dive. Chilling smite there. A bit of help from Jun needed. Yike just running into these two. Single on the right, KC run up mid. There's no dragon up or anything. It's just Yike wants to end the game. Onto Isma, who also has a GA. The rest of the fight going mid as well. Yehu gets the shot back only onto support. And he assassinates himself. A shutdown is okay. 4 on Kana. Maybe he can die. And yes, the answer is that he flashes away. Noah's so close to getting the kill. But no, out of range. Meanwhile, KC are just playing with the food. It hasn't even been the cleanest fight, but they're so far ahead that they're styling on Giant X with ease as Bucio does it again, flushes the seismic shove, enables a double for Kalist, and even Yike gives over 3 to the Jin. We can't count 4 for Kalist, but he'll see the ace and he'll deliver as KC cement themselves as the best team.
First place for Karmine Corps. A place they're all too familiar with from last split. But now they'll have to see if they can reckon with the rest of the LEC versus as they take the top spot going into playoffs.
And isn't it right that Kalist gets his 500th LEC kill on the stage? Carmine Corps are your best. And with this new roster, who knows where the limit is?
It feels sky high at the moment. The early game